How do you know your intuition is talking to you? How do you know what that sounds like? Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Amy. I am a witch, spiritual guide, and energy healer. It is so good to see you today. If you're new, please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate this video, and hit that little bell icon so that you know when my new videos come, because otherwise you won't. Today I want to talk about your intuition, otherwise known as your gut or your higher self. There are a lot of words for this sort of feeling, this voice that you have in your head. No, it's not like, oh my God, I'm hearing voices. Please excuse my glasses today. It is early for me. How do you know? How do you know when your intuition is talking to you? What does that sound like? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Let me give you a really simple example that I think most of us will be able to relate to. Have you ever gotten ready to leave the house for any reason? You're like, I'm gonna go to the park. And you think to yourself, I should bring a sweater. And then you look outside and you're like, it's 85 degrees. I'm gonna be gone for 2 hours. It's the middle of the afternoon. The sun is shining. I don't need a freaking sweater. Why would I need a sweater? I don't need a sweater. And you think to yourself, oh, that's just my mom talking or my dad telling me. In my head, I've got them programmed to help me stay safe and warm always. When I leave the house, I should go use the bathroom and I should take a sweater. Well, today I'm not taking a sweater. I'm a grown person and I can make my own decisions, and it's hot outside and I don't need a sweater. What happens when you get to the park? It rains, right? You get to the park and it rains. And all of a sudden you're like, I should have brought a sweater. I should have brought a sweater. That is your intuition. Now, I know that that's like kind of a silly example, but that's what it comes back to. Anytime you have a feeling, it's in your gut about something, and sometimes, I mean, a lot of times it's good things, you know? It's like you just had a job interview and your gut says, I'm gonna get that job. I don't know why, but I'm gonna get that one. Or you tell yourself, I think I need a smoothie today. I don't know where that came from, but I just feel like I need to go and get a smoothie today. And at the smoothie place, you meet somebody that you made a connection with, and you didn't expect for that to happen, but it happened. These are just like small examples, but being able to listen to that part of you, I need to clarify. There are a couple of different voices that you're gonna hear. You'll hear your intuition, and maybe even like if you're clairaudient, you might even physically hear these thoughts. If you're not, don't worry about it. It might just be like an inkling or a thought or a feeling in your gut. There is a difference between your intuition and anxiety. There's a difference between your intuition and fear. There's a difference between your intuition and ego, right? So your ego is trying to protect you. It wants to keep you alive and keep you away from any sort of pain that you could possibly feel. So your ego senses an experience like one that you've had before, and it's like, the alarm bells are going off, that's danger. And it could just be something as simple as your boyfriend has a friend and you feel like if they have a friend, then they're not gonna care about you as much. This is completely unfounded. It doesn't have any reason to exist except that sometime in your life you felt some sort of rejection or something and your ego is going, we're not gonna have that again. Okay, so that is the sick anxiety feeling. Your intuition, when it's trying to warn you, it's more of an urgent feeling. It's more of a, I don't think I should do that. I don't think I should do that. I don't want to do that. Sometimes it just sounds like I don't want to do that. There have been times that I was invited to parties or various events and I said, yeah, I'll totally come. And the closer I got to the event, the more I was like, I don't want to go. It doesn't make sense because I want to hang out with these people and I care about them and this would be a fun event and there's nothing wrong with going and enjoying yourself. And I'd like talk myself around in circles. I'd be like, well, I'm working too much and I just don't want to go out inside anymore. And it turns into this whole like, well, maybe you're just being a recluse thing, and that's the anxiety. But when I listened to myself and all I heard was, I don't want to go. I don't need to be there. I don't need to be there. I don't really want to go. And sometimes it took like my best friend telling me, dude, it sounds like you're telling yourself you don't want to go. It sounds like you really don't want to go. Maybe you should listen. And I was like, okay, you're right. So these are things that, I mean, they still happen to me. They happen all the time. It's not like I've transcended the need to like discern between anxiety and ego and my intuition. But I'm learning. We've got the tools that we need to learn this. So that's why we're here, right? Your intuition says, we don't need to be a part of that. I'm not feeling attached to going. I'm not feeling like that's something we need to do. And, you know, later you find out, maybe you find out everybody had a great time. But maybe you find out that there was a huge fight at the bar. Maybe you find out that somebody that is not healthy for you to be around ended up showing up. There are millions of reasons why your intuition might say, this isn't healthy for us today. But the important thing is to learn how to listen to that voice and allow it to help guide you, because your intuition is you. Your intuition is the part of you that already knows. Your intuition is your higher self. Your higher self is already is simultaneously experiencing every timeline you could possibly be in, has already understood what you need to learn in this life, and remembers all of those things. So when you're awake, your intuition is a little voice in the back somewhere that's mostly asleep that just guides you when you need it. When you're asleep, it's fully awake and it's like, okay, we need to get some work done. Reality Amy in a physical body Amy needs to realize the things that Amy on a higher plane already knows. And so that's why you can trust your intuition, because your intuition it's God. It's part of everything. It's part of the universe. It's part of the greater universal energy, the greater collective unconscious. Your intuition is part of that. So it won't steer you wrong. If you listen to it, it knows where you need to go, and it knows how you need to get there, and it knows you're strong enough to do it. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope that you have a better distinction now between the voices of anxiety and the voices of ego and your intuition and your higher self. If you loved this video, please like it down below, share it, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I know some of you are, and I can see you. Okay, not really, but you know. Don't forget to check out my Instagram if you're not on there already. I post almost daily. And if you're interested in seeing more content like this from me, check out my Patreon as well. First tier patrons will receive a free distance tarot or oracle reading from me, as well as video shout outs, input on future videos, and access to the community that we are building together. So I can't wait to see you there. And until next time, have a beautiful day.